Our speaker today is the town supervisor, Jaine Eney. Jane, thanks for being with us, and the microphone is all yours.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you, George. I'm happy to be here today talking about my favorite subject, which is the town of Mamaroneck. So I think I'm going to start on a somber note and end high. Next week marks the 23rd anniversary of September 11th, and every year the town has a ceremony. We have a memorial for those from our community who died on September 11th. And this year, sadly, we're having to add another memorial for those first responders from our community who have died since September 11th of 9/11 related illnesses. These are people who were safe and comfortable in their homes in the town of Mamaroneck and saw the need to run down to Manhattan when everyone else was running out, and unfortunately now they're dying of 9/11 related illnesses. So that right now we have 3, and we hope not to have many more or any more, but we'll have that ceremony on September 11th and at 5 o'clock as we do every year. So, I know the county executive always unfailingly is there, so we appreciate his support. All right, on to finance, which I have a lot of good news. The first thing is the town last month was recertified by Moody's with a AAA bond rating. Now that's the highest possible rating to get, and what that does is enables us to borrow at the lowest interest rate possible, so that saves our taxpayers money. And they cited the strong financial position that we maintain. We have prudent but forward-thinking budget management, and we have solid reserves. So, we work very hard on that, and we're very proud of that AAA rating. We also got the Government Finance Officers Association Distinguished Budget Award for 2024. This is the highest form of recognition that a governmental budgeting entity can get, and it's a significant achievement. They say that we're committed to the highest principles of governmental budgeting, and we set an example for other governments. This is something we've now achieved 5 years in a row, and not to sit on our laurels, we're going to go for 6 next year. One of the biggest problems that we always face is flooding, and that's, it's just constant, and it's, a difficult problem. And I'm happy to, again, thank the county. We decided this year, we're speaking to our engineers, and we have an underground stormwater system, and that's what the source of a lot of the flooding is. And at the request of our engineer, we decided that the best thing to do would be to study the entire underground stormwater system first. That's never been done. The system's 100 years old, because we were concerned that if we fixed one area, we might be causing unintended consequences. So the cost of the study alone was over $300,000, and I have to say, a call to the county, and we got a grant, and we just completed the study. So, when you're a local government, I think we run a great government, and we accomplish a lot, but at the end of the day, we're a local government, and it's so critical to have partners in the county, on the state, and the federal level to, help us, and sister municipalities in the region, especially for something like flooding that really knows no boundary. And I just know with the county, I can call George, I can call Ken, I can call our legislator, Catherine Parker, and they're just there to help when we need it. So it is really wonderful. So now that we've gotten the study done, we're looking at what projects we can design based on what the study tells us to reduce the frequency of severity of flooding. If we did every single thing on the entire menu, it would be over $50 million. So that's not something we're doing tomorrow, but we're working on eating away a little at a time. The other thing that we just completed was a comprehensive plan for our town. This is the first time that's been done since the mid-'60s. And a comprehensive plan is basically a blueprint for the future. What do we want to be in the future? And it sets goals for the town. This was all based on resident input. We had innumerable public hearings, online surveys, info sessions, and we've just completed the comprehensive plan, which again sets the goals. And the next step, which we're starting to work on, is an implementation plan. We take the goals and what actions and policies do we have to take then to achieve these goals. So that's phase 2, and we're just working on that. We've been also fortunate to apply for grants and get them. The latest one is a $1.25 million grant we got from the New York State DOT. It's called a TAP grant, and that is to enable us to put a new sidewalk on Colonial Avenue, which is a residential street that's not very wide, and it's adjacent to Murray Avenue School. And the Colonial Avenue goes from Weaver Street to Murray, which is very heavily trafficked at school time. There's no sidewalks there. Cars park on both sides. It's very narrow. And when there's snow, the kids are walking in the street, and, it's a safety hazard. So we applied for this grant, we got it, and that'll be something, by the time you get through all the state paperwork, we probably won't see the sidewalk and the associated drainage and crosswalks for another couple of years, but that's another good thing in the work. And the last thing I want to say is, now that we're in September, everybody's back to school. And what that means is there's more children on the street, they're walking with their caregivers or their parents, there's more bicycle riding, and in general, there's just a lot more traffic. And I just want to implore everybody to be mindful of that and just drive a little slower. It doesn't matter if you're 1 minute late, if some tragedy happens, and just be mindful of the school signs where you're supposed to reduce your speed so that everybody has a happy, healthy, and safe school year. So thank you.